Welcome to a 67 Camaro video. Looks like Harlan's been pretty busy. We'll have to ask him how hard this was because it sure looks good. Yeah, apparently he had done some of this last week and I missed it. A little grind here, but that'll come out. Yeah, so I know he asked me to bring my welding stuff because he doesn't fit in the trunk, so it's probably going to be me in there doing these tacks. That'll be fun. But yeah, that looks pretty good already. What a difference. So let's look up here. I forgot. He asked me to bring the dash pad and I forgot it. But he's got it all located. So it doesn't look like he's got it. Oh yeah, he's just got a few tacks just to hold it in case we have to move anything. Yeah, so here's the old piece. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Look at that. That is the Swiss cheese right there. This is probably right there. That's my leak. Right there. Son of a monkey. That was where that water came in when we were driving across Wisconsin on the way to Springfield in that horrific rainstorm. So, honestly, without those conditions, I'd have never known there was a leak there. And none of this would have happened.
Well, that wasn't fun.
All right, tell me how bad this really went. First off, what did you think of these parts from Rust Replace? Or Rust Repair, or whoever it was.
Something just as easy. They're a little bit wider than the factory. So, I don't know, we might have to trim just a little bit off. If you think it might show through the window.
I have no experience to know that. But that's what grinders are for.
Yeah. And I got one up there you can return because I made most of them.
Well, it might cost me more to return it than they cost.
Wasn't it $40?
I do not remember, but yeah, so what was his name? His name was, rustreplace.com. So it really comes down to whether you need that bent piece, which we actually didn't. So, okay. In fact, today's a day of returning things. I brought a bunch of stuff from the courier project he can return. So you can see, he's showing me something with a stick here, but I don't know what he's showing me. I'm not a body guy.
That was hard.
Ooh. Well, all that's got to come off anyway. Yeah, because when it goes back together, it's not going to be full of Bondo. I don't know why people do that, because then it always cracks there. It wasn't filled with Bondo, yeah. It wasn't filled with Bondo. Bondo's hard, and it cracks and it falls out. So, yeah, you see that a lot. So, and then, I know this wasn't fun to put in, but did it fit pretty reasonable? I mean, do you have to do a lot of tweaking?
Not too bad, just up and down mostly.
But
I'm worried about what's going to happen when we put the trunk on with this here line.
Well, we might be altering the trunk deck. Right. The deck lid may have to get shaved. Yeah. You know? Yeah, because this was the AMD, wasn't it? Yeah, Auto Metal Direct is who we bought that one from. Because we haven't had the best luck with OER.
The primer on this one seems to be a lot better than the Action.
Yeah, I've noticed that doesn't seem to be very consistent from place to place. I know you asked me to bring the dash pad and then I completely forgot it.
Oh, really?
But I know where it is. It's in my house. Yeah, and I've already done in the intro to this, looking at this, here's my leak right there. See? A little bit more urethane there. I'd have never known about any of this. And I could just keep sleeping peacefully at night, ignoring the problem. But it is what it is. Yeah, I like your Clecos. They look like click pens. It's funny, you watch those TV shows and those race teams, they got 10,000 Clecos and they're $50 a piece. And you're like, how? How do you have those? But yeah, this channel really cleaned up nice.
Yeah.
So, can't complain there. Yeah, this looks pretty good here. So the Pour 15 went down good?
That again was Mr. Sanders.
Yeah, I told everybody already. That's a great tool. I know I got one now. Some old man gave me one for Christmas. Oh, yeah. It's really coming along. Okay. Now it's time to crawl in here and do a couple tacks in between those, because I'm a big fat guy, but he's a really tall fat guy. And between the two of us, neither one of us want to be in this trunk. Okay, gotta weld that, and then something out here. I gotta figure that out, and then do the same thing down there. I'm upside down in a trunk. Fat guy don't fit. And he's laughing at me. Well, getting out of there wasn't very funny. But,
yeah, it was funny.
Well, it was funny to you. It wasn't very funny to me. I don't know if you can see, but I got a couple tacks on that side. I got a couple on this side. Apparently I made that corner a little hot, but, you know, I'm not a welder or a body man. But it didn't come through. Yeah, this side got a little hot too. Yeah. But there. I did something. I did welding and body work. Look at that. Yeah, and this rattle's all got to come off. And yes, I still got to pull this bumper and the lights and all of that. Oh, God, pulling those. That's not fun. This car wasn't originally an RS car, so it doesn't have the stamped inner. It's the flat one where you have to drill the extra holes. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a hose back there. Don't step on that. So, gotta do it. What do you do? Of course, I think at the same time, knowing that we're probably going to have to blast this floor clean, I think when the lights come out, we'll just peel the rear body harness and kind of roll that into the car. I'm pretty sure I have that set up that way. The only bummer... yeah, no, I think that'll work out. We'll see. With that, I think we're going to go ahead and close out the 67, because we're also working on the 78, and I'm sick. So, you know, there's that as well. But in here, you can see he's got a few tacks because he wasn't sure. But I can't for the life of me see why you would ever need to move that anywhere. Especially since this is a 67, so it's just a tiny, tiny little dash pad that sits on top. This looks great. What a difference. So... yeah, and then he's been doing the pour 15 under everything to kind of help stop any further rusting. But you can see I'm going to have to yank some of that. It's never fun, but what do you do? Got to get some wires out of the way. I've not figured out how I'm sealing that up yet. Still thinking on that. And I should probably dig around and see if I got more steering wheels. I should take that one out of there because I actually like this steering wheel. So anyway... with all that being said, I think we're going to wrap up the 67 for tonight. Thanks for watching.